What's up, guys? Professor Nick here. And today I want to handle a very sensitive topic which involves people getting criticized by their parents for having bad grades. So I get people saying something like this: my parents are just never happy with my grades. No matter what I do, my grades are never good enough for my parents. What do I do? Look, there's a couple different ways to handle this, but I'm going to touch on all of them. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, why do you care? What is the actual benefit to pleasing or satisfying your parents? So this is probably going to fall into one of two categories. The first one is it's going to be transactional. So this is to say your parents are giving you something. Maybe if you're in high school, your parents will ground you if you don't perform at a certain level. Maybe if you're in college, your parents will give you money every month, but only if you maintain a certain academic standard. Look, if it's transactional, then okay. If it's transactional, you can go ahead and play the game and jump through the hoops, and that's fine. But if it's not, if your parents aren't even giving you anything, why do you care? If you're in college, you're an adult now. This is your life. It's not your parents' life. You can do whatever you want. So don't focus so much on trying to please your parents. Instead, maybe ask yourself, what do I want? What is my metric for success? You've got to understand, grades aren't even a very good predictor of income, success, happiness. And I have a video that you can check out on the channel that goes into very good detail on why you shouldn't worry as much about the grades these days. But listen, your parents aren't bad people, probably. I never met your parents, but if I had to guess, their intentions are good. Their belief is that the grades are the end-all, be-all indicator for success, and they just want you to be successful. But you gotta understand, you may never please them. They may never be satisfied. So if that's the case, then why don't you just let it go and say, I'm never gonna please these people. The thing is, in life, sometimes some people are just not gonna like you. Some people are just not going to approve of or validate you no matter what you do. So you might as well let it go. I find a lot of the time the people who are the most concerned about their grades are actually usually pretty high performing students. So if your grades are bad, it might not be that you're a bad student even. It could be that the professor's class, the means of assessment, that is whether it's essays or tests or whatever, it might not be well matched to your skill set. You could be someone who communicates very well verbally, but then when you get to a written assessment, it kind of falls apart. So you gotta understand, universities have the job of assessing a lot of people, a massive group of people, usually in the same way in a given class, even though not all students learn the same way. So they're doing what they believe is the best practice. So it's not trying to make you feel bad if you got a bad grade or something. But for God's sake, just let it go. So what I want you to get out of this video is this. If you accept the fact that you might never please your parents with your grades, then it actually frees you to go ahead and do anything. Knowing already that they're just not going to be satisfied, now you can go and do whatever you want. You can go in this direction, that direction, try this, try that. Because it's just not fair. If your parents really want you to be an engineer, for example, and you're just not into that stuff and you want to go and do theater or dance, man, your grades are not going to be as good as the students who really love engineering. That's just the way that it goes. So think about that. And the real question to ask yourself at the end here is, what outcome do I want? Instead of letting my professor or my parents or this person, that person choose my metric of success, ask yourself, what do you want? What is the outcome that you want? Forget about trying to make your parents happy. What would make you happy? Focus on that. I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. Again, check out the other video on my channel about why you don't need to worry so much about your grades these days. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If any of this was helpful, please leave me a comment below. And be sure to subscribe so you can stay tuned for more. fantastic videos. This is Professor Nick signing off. I will see you next time.